Buffaloes. The players that were selected, we talked about Jahdae Barron on Friday. He was the first-round pick at number 20, and it certainly shocked the NFL world. Well, they did make a second-round pick. They traded back with the, who did they go with? The Panthers and the Lions were a couple trades made. They ended up selecting Central Florida's running back, RJ Harvey, who we saw play the Buffaloes this last season. His team lost, but he looked all right. They also picked Pat Bryant from Illinois, edge rusher Savion Jones, edge rusher Q Robinson, punter, picked a punter, Jeremy Crawshaw from Florida, and then tight end Caleb Lohner from Utah. But Cecil, I want to focus specifically on two of these gentlemen here right now, and it's RJ Harvey and it is Pat Bryant. So I look at them as the potential day one starters. You've got two more that I want to hear about, but with these two specifically, RJ Harvey, is that underwhelming? Like, do we feel the same way about RJ Harvey that you kind of felt about Jahdae Barron? But Jahdae actually has some skill and talent that can contribute at the NFL level. I feel like there was a lot of disappointment with the RJ pickup because everybody had made their mind up about who they wanted at running back, and at least the thousands of people I heard from and talked to, none of them had RJ Harvey on the board.
Yeah, and Sean Payton likes it that way because Sean Payton knew that getting Ashton Jeanty was out of the realm of possibilities, right?
Yeah.
And because it's what? Because he's what?
Does he like the guy or he wants to be smarter than everybody else?
He wanted to keep this hidden. That's for sure. That's for sure. I know that people may say they know what Sean Payton's going to do. You have no idea what Sean Payton's going to do. Just the way he likes it, because he doesn't want to tip his hand. And in this, he's not going to tip his hand out there. Now, if you look at who RJ Harvey could be, my pro comp for him is either Tariq Cohen or Keaton Mitchell. Nobody's going to know who those guys are. Right? I've heard even
Tariq Cohen sounds familiar.
He was North Carolina A&I or A&T, AT&T. I'm thinking about the phone. And he could do like a backflip in the end zone. Yeah. You know, he was a little guy. He was a compact player. If you want to say, I know Daniel Jeremiah said there's some Devonta Freeman to him. I'm not going to quite go there, although you do see some traits. This was a very traitsy kind of draft, something Sean Payton and George Payton both talked about here. So you go with a compact. He's not small. Jaleel McLaughlin is small.
Yes, he is.
RJ Harvey is not small. He's compact.
Okay.
So you get kind of a power pack punch in a compact package as a runner. And the fact that a 40-yard dash doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but I look at 10-yard splits. In 10 yards, he can go 19 miles an hour.
Pretty good.
Tyreek Hill runs 22 miles an hour. This guy can get to 19 miles an hour in the first 10 yards, okay? And that's not his top speed, by the way. His top speed does get over 20. So you're talking about an incredibly fast player. You're talking about a player that definitely takes advantage of defenders in the open field. You're talking about a player that has a low center of gravity. He has good contact balance. He'll even go up against defensive linemen that get a paw on him, and he can get out of it because he's so well balanced. You don't really ever get a square shot at him. Think Barry Sanders, but don't think Barry Sanders because nobody's Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm comparing him to Keaton Mitchell. Nobody knows who that is. He's a backup with the Ravens. But like that's the level and style of play you get right now. Sean Payton sees him as a Darren Sproles type of player. I don't believe he's an Alvin Kamara type of player, but as a Darren Sproles type of player, Sproles had 710 yards on 86 catches with Sean Payton in his first year in 2011.
That's pretty good. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, so 86 catches.
He's definitely thicker than a Darren Sproles.
Yeah. And if you look at it now, Sproles at the same time had 603 yards on the ground on 87 carries. So you have 1,300 all-purpose yards. I think we put the number at 1,200 all-purpose yards, and it's just going to look a little bit different. This guy may be, RJ Harvey may be your second leading receiver on this team.
Wow.
If he gets 75, 85 catches?
I mean, what are we talking about touches per? Does he get to the 20 mark?
No.
It's still 15 to
15 to 17 if you're lucky, something like that. I think maybe the RJ Harvey pick is disappointing to some, not because of him, but because it just means they're really going to rely on Estime more. I don't trust that. Where's the public enemy at? Can't trust it. after last year and what we saw with Audric Estime, I can't go into this season with confidence that now he's going to hold on to the ball and now he's going to get it. But with Harvey, the thing that I admire, and it's a very rare trait, and I'm going to give you two names because they're the only two guys that really did it at a high level in the NFL. One is Le'Veon Bell. The other is Christian McCaffrey. He can be flat-footed and bam, he does little hop cuts. When I say that he dances too much, I'm not talking about the hop cuts because the hop cuts are almost stopped momentum and then jump and then bam, turn on that speed. He can do that in a blink of an eye. Big-time playmaker here. When he has someone in the phone booth is the best way to put it. When there's pursuit that is very close and he'll try to give a little shimmy shake, that can work at UCF. I don't think it works in the NFL as good. At times when a play is designed to go to a certain hole and he's doing a little shimmy shake, he can do it. He will have success to a certain point. At times I thought he relied on it too much on film. I would like to see him see the hole, hit the hole. He's got the speed to hit the hole in the blink of an eye. So if I tell you he's a Darren Sproles, well, now you're saying, well, that's less than 100 carries, but it's 86 carries and 87 catches.
See, and I don't want to be put in that box. I think it's not smart for us football fans and us in media specifically to put a running back in a rushing yards, rushing attempts, average per carry, and that's how you evaluate a player. That's 1984. It's not how you do it anymore.
Can he make plays? Yes.
Yeah.
Is he a big-time playmaker? Yes. Can he catch a little bit better? Even George Payton said that. We think he can catch a little bit better. I like him on wheel routes right now, and he does have late hands. He needs more of an opportunity to show that. I believe that Sean Payton will get him that. And the fact that this is Payton's boo. Barron's pick was outstanding because, like Dante and Clerks, he's not even supposed to be there today. Jahdae Barron should not have been there at 20.
Yep.
They did the right thing by taking a stud player, versatile player on defense, and I like the fact that the guys that didn't like the Barron pick are now backtracking, which is super funny.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen like all of last year with Bo Nix?
All the time, yeah. Todd McShay said he's terrible. I don't know. I don't know.
We did get a tweet of like, hey, if these guys don't like the pick, it's a good pick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if they don't like the pick, then it's a good pick. Barron was an exceptional pick. RJ Harvey was Sean's boo. And again, I'll use my own words against myself. It's a go get your guy draft. He went and got his guy. This is his guy. So you bet your ass he's going to make sure that RJ Harvey gets plenty of work.
Okay. I can't wait to see it. I do want to get your other starters. We'll get to that coming up. I also want to go through, before we hear from Gabe Landeskog here in a second, I want to go through. I'm looking at the list of backs after RJ Harvey. I know there are 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 backs I think you might have preferred before we got to RJ Harvey. Let's go over that list, and then we'll hear from the